All right. Hello, Durud and Shalom.
Welcome back, everyone. So today we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have like 10 things to share with you guys, ranging from the new proposal that the Islamic Republic has proposed to the United States, from the leak that we covered yesterday being actually true, to reopening of several missile bases, statements from Araghchi and others, including members of parliament, and an update on the school bombings that have happened in Iran. A lot of information has come out that's cleared that up, along with your regular Durka coverage that we will give you.
Okay, let's go. Let's see what you have. And Ali, by the way, thank you. You always go find the most up to date, interesting, and important information for us. So that's great.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Share screen. All right. So Reuters has reported today that the Islamic Republic has submitted a new proposal to the United States to end the war. The terms, unsurprisingly, are pretty much the same thing. Oh, I didn't bring it up?
You didn't add it to the... Yeah, you didn't bring it up. Okay. I brought it up.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
So, is anyone surprised that the new terms from the Islamic Republic are the same? They are the United States troops leaving areas close to Iran, the United States paying war reparations, lifting sanctions, releasing the frozen assets, and ending the blockade. Although I guess they didn't even talk about the nuclear point at this time, which is surprising. They didn't even talk about it, which is all that the United States has publicly been claiming that they want. So we're not even going back to square one.
What is even the point of this, though? Like, what is, like, who's this helping? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, these guys are something else. But hey, that's good, you know? You always say you want a stupid enemy. And yeah, that comes as no surprise to anyone. But yeah, so Trump gave them time, and then they came out with they came out with a proposal that's worse than their last one. That's even better. I don't know.
It's fucking retarded.
Do you remember what we were talking about yesterday about that letter that was leaked? So today, according to channel 12 of Israeli News.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's confirmed?
Yes. So members of the Foreign Affairs and Defense Committee, Efrat Reitan, Ram Ben Barak, and Elazar Stern, have appealed to the Security Office of the Defense Establishment, demanding an examination of whether an investigation has been opened following the serious censorship violations by Channel 14, in which host on the channel revealed sensitive security information during a broadcast. So this letter that we went through is now being investigated. So Channel 12 is now having they're seeing if they're having an investigation on Channel 14 to see if the host was... What happened? Where did they get that information from? And why did they leak it?
Do we know what the information is?
No, we don't know. What Guy was saying was that they leaked plans for the extraction of the uranium.
If that's what it is, then it can be the reason for the delay. President Trump delaying the attacks.
Yeah. And the Wall Street Journal also reported today that they talked to their Arab counterparts in the Persian Gulf Arab states, and their counterparts said that they had no idea that the strikes were about to happen. But it's the Wall Street Journal.
Wait, so who wasn't aware that the attacks are going to happen?
The Wall Street Journal said that the Arabs did not know the strikes were about to happen today. So when Donald Trump said at their request.
Okay. So we can't be sure about the Wall Street Journal, but what we can be sure about is that the UAE just came out and attacked Qatar and Saudi Arabia for being such pussies against the Islamic Republic, saying like we need to be more aggressive against the Islamic Republic. This happened just now, okay? Which contradicts the idea that the UAE would come and say to President Trump, let's not attack the Islamic Republic, right? Not only that, the UAE just came out and called out indirectly Qatar for even acting as a mediator, saying, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Right? We need to, why are we being so passive against the aggressions of the Islamic Republic? So, given this public position that the UAE is having right now, it's just so out of character for them to go like, please, President Trump, make a deal with the Islamic Republic. Do not attack them. It makes no sense, right?
It makes no sense. Why would they want the Islamic Republic to stay so that they can exact revenge on the UAE more in the future? I was leaning more
Actually,
towards...
that's a very good. Here's that's a very good point. Okay, guys, you remember yesterday when Guy was here, we were talking about how the Islamic Republic is more of an existential crisis to the UAE than to Israel. That is not an exaggeration. Okay, it's not just the fact that the UAE is right next to the Islamic Republic, their neighbors, and Israel is far away. It's not just the fact that Israel has the Iron Dome, THAAD, and a whole bunch of different defense mechanisms, and the UAE doesn't. It's not just the fact that the Islamic Republic bombed the UAE way more than they did Israel and way more than they did any other country. This is all nothing next to this fact that if today we actually find a deal, there is a deal signed between United States and the Islamic Republic, and the Islamic Republic survives this, and the United States basically stops military operations against the Islamic Republic, and we reach a deal. If we get to this position, the UAE is fucked. Like their entire business model, everything. So that would be bad for Israel. Like Israel, like, I don't like this. I wanted to like, it's true that the Islamic Republic is an existential crisis for Israel, but that would not end the Israel. But the UAE's entire business model, tourism, trade, commerce, investments, everything is based on the idea that it's safe here. It used to be based on that, right? And you, after what just happened, you will never be able to go back to that idea that UAE is a place for tourism and investment and trade unless you get rid of the Islamic Republic. So the UAE, as bad as the military operations, as bad as the attacks of the Islamic Republic on the UAE have been so far, it would be by far worse if the Americans leave and the Islamic Republic is still there, even with no military operation. Given that the whole world would look at UAE and sees that the Islamic Republic is living and thinking that we might one day do this again, we might actually at some point, like people would not invest in the UAE ever like they did before, because it will always be with the understanding that we could get back to this could happen again. The UAE, the only way the UAE could convince the world that I'm actually as safe as you used to think I am, is for the Islamic Republic to be gone. If the Islamic Republic survives, the UAE will always be seen by tourists and investors as a place that we could have war again. And it wouldn't be a safe place. Guys, remember, business investors and people who want to do long-term trades, they think in 10 years and 20 years. So now investments in the UAE will look so much more risky as long as there's an Islamic Republic. And that's why the UAE is more eager even than Israel to get rid of the Islamic Republic fast. And that's why President Trump's post regarding the UAE asking them to make a deal with the Islamic Republic doesn't make sense, right?
Yes. On top of all of that, what about the uranium that they already have? What about the ballistic missiles that can reach Europe? What about them sponsoring Hamas and Hezbollah? Are they still not a threat? Like, is all of this just going to go away? No, it's completely in the interest for every country around Iran to want the Islamic Republic to get out. And them asking the United States to stop at the last second just makes no sense. Yesterday, I thought, okay, well, if there's a lot of Chinese manpads or Russian air defense or whatever in there, maybe that's what's actually having them step back a little bit and regauge their plans. They're still going to do it anyway, but for a leak on Channel 14 or for UAE and Saudi to ask that, I don't know if that was and it could be a bluff. Could have just been a bluff, to make the regime take the strikes more seriously, have them be on high alert. But it's a far cry, in my opinion.
Trump, Kia. So that's why I said Trump, Kia. Okay, yeah. I mean, you could use their own weapons against them, I guess. Okay. Right.
Now we have a new name. Thanks for a daily dose
A
of
squared.
A squared.
Oh, that's actually, I like that. I like that. What do you think? I like the
A squared. A squared, like A2.
A squared is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that name. Okay. Did you see what JD Vance just came out and said?
About how, yeah, I saw him. He covered the press conference for Caroline Leavitt, and trying to remember the exact words he said, but it's essentially like, yeah, I mean, we don't know if they're going to make a deal. I don't know, but that's why I went over there and tried so hard and still didn't happen. The president wants to hit them real hard. Hopefully we don't have to do that. I'm paraphrasing.
I don't know if I remember this correctly or not, but I think the most significant part of what he said is that they want to make sure that the Islamic Republic will not be able to get nuclear even after President Trump. That was the most important part to me.
Yeah, and he said reset the relations. When I heard that, when I heard reset the relations, I'm like, there's no way that you could reset the relations with the Islamic Republic. But he said it so casually. It was
so the reason why that part was the most important to me was that would require a deal that is completely a surrender by the Islamic Republic, right? That means that a deal that would be like the Islamic Republic pinky promising that they're not going to do enrichment of uranium would not be enough. And this is not coming from Trump or Rubio. This is coming from JD Vance, which is supposed to be the most isolationist part of the Trump administration. So the most isolationist, so-called isolationist part of Trump administration coming out and saying, if we get a deal, we need a deal that cannot be undone by future presidents. That means that's a deal that is a full surrender by the Islamic Republic. It would require so much humiliation by the Islamic Republic. So JD Vance saying that to me suggests that, we're still on full surrender mode. And we're not actually, the Trump administration is not going to go for anything less. Because even JD Vance has that position.
Yeah, which is the whole point of him going there. I want to get your thoughts on this. There's been, I think, 2 or 3 flights now that have gone from Mashhad to Najaf in Iraq. They keep going back and forth, with the latest one, I think, being literally 16 hours ago. There's been also flights from Russian planes landing in Iran and leaving, and Chinese planes. The one Chinese plane that came from China and landed in Iran. And these were not cargo carrying planes. They carried people, or carried out people, rather. They could be evacuating personnel that they have in there because they know that the strikes are coming.
Yep. Actually, I think, Ali, now that I speak about things moving in and out, I think it would be. I mean, I don't know if we should spend time doing this, because we might spend time doing this, and then all of a sudden we're in the middle of military operations, and it's not useful anymore. But it would have been helpful if we had a list of all the movements, all the assets, military assets coming, everything that is leaving, Israel to American bases, this, that, all of the intelligent gathering equipment that they now have. I don't remember in the discussion group, Kat was talking about something. I forgot the name of that thing that they had. But there's so much movement that suggests something is about to happen. It would be fun if we could just list them from top down. That would have been fun. But I don't know. Maybe I could gather it really quickly though.
Probably not quickly, because it would be hard. I mean, these cargo planes, we don't know what they're carrying, and some of these planes do turn off their transponders if they're really important.
We got a super chat. Thank you. By the way, guys, we're trying to hit 10 super chats per live stream. So Philly already got us started with our first one. So thank you so much, Philly, for that. Saying, when the Islamic Republic is gone, how big chance do you think that the proxies will find other sponsors like Muslim Brotherhood, etc.? Ali, what do you think about this? Good question, Philly.
Low. And even if they do, are they going to get millions like they did from the IRGC? No.
My question is, like, Muslim Brotherhood is going to sponsor them with what exactly, right? Like, somebody needs to sponsor, like Muslim Brotherhood needs to sponsor itself, right? like Muslim Brotherhood is broke. I mean, where's Muslim Brotherhood? The only where Muslim Brotherhood is active, from a military perspective, is in Gaza by Hamas. Hamas is Muslim Brotherhood. Okay, and Hamas gets its money from the Islamic Republic. So Muslim Brotherhood. Oh, are we talking about Qatar and Turkey? They wouldn't dare. Like, they're more soft power strategy. Like, so Qatar is more soft power strategy, and Turkey is more like, Turkey uses Muslim Brotherhood ideology as a tool, but they have their own Ottoman imperialism agenda motives more than Muslim Brotherhood agenda, and they're not gonna be funding terrorism in the way the Islamic Republic is. Like, there's no. I mean, again, I know it might not mean much. It not make you might think that it's not a big deal, but they're part of NATO, right? And they also don't want to get on United States bad side too much. Like, if by Muslim Brotherhood you mean like Turkey, funding, I don't know, Hezbollah and Hamas directly is too aggressive of a position for Turkey to get. Again, I'm not defending Erdogan. He's a piece of shit, and he's part of a problem, and he is a security threat. But that is too much aggression from their, that would be. They like to pretend to be playing within the global order framework that exists. Okay, they don't want to become as much of a pariah as the Islamic Republic is, right? So the thing is that there's nobody that could replace. I mean, obviously these people will still be able to find some revenue source, but nobody will be able to replace the Islamic Republic with the oil and gas money that they have access to, and the ability for them to fund these proxy groups. There's no replacement for that.
No replacement. So you're not going to see something like the threat that Hamas or Hezbollah posed. You're not going to see that happen again in the future. You're going to see more like maybe Maximum, like Hashd al-Shabi, Popular Mobilization Front, Zainabiyun Fatimin type of organizations that don't require, millions and millions. Those will probably stay for a while, but guess who's going to get rid of them? We are.
Right. Yeah, we're going to go chasing. We're going to go hunt them down.
And not only just to eradicate this radical Islam, like, of course, that's the overarching goal, but the fury at which we're going to do it is personal. It's personal revenge.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, exactly. Again, I like to remind people it's basically like what the Jews did to the Nazis after World War II. Israel's Mossad went Nazi hunting after after the fall of the after they established Israel as a country. So not only they're going to be losing Iran as an ATM, we're going to be all the oil and gas money that used to sponsor these terrorist groups is not going to be used for us to go hunt them down wherever they're hiding. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, and good question, might be Philly. And Sadato with the second super chat. Amazing. Thank you. We're 2 out of 10 super chats already. So they're saying, how will you celebrate when the boom boom starts up again? Okay, Ali, you go first. I mean,
I'll probably eat some kotlet
oh, okay.
and then cry.
Oh,
Realistically.
oh my God. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to be spend as much time with you guys as possible. I would want to be next to all of you.
Oh, and we'll be here and we'll be like, see?
Yes, we're gonna be. Oh my God, we're gonna be so annoying. We're gonna be. We're gonna say we told you so many times.
Yeah. We're gonna come up with we should do this. We'll be like, wait, Armin, didn't you say that? You'll be like, Ali, didn't you say that? We'll just say that over and over again until people are sick of it.
Yeah. But I want to celebrate it by being next to all you guys in the chat. That's what I want to do. I want to be with you guys.
How are you guys gonna celebrate it?
Yeah. And thank you, Sadata, for that beautiful question.
Thank you, Sodato.
I can't wait for the day that I come and say, like, guys, we have an updated bingo card and it's all grayed out. There's nobody left. Or something close to that. Cutlet and crying. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, cutlet time.
Oh man. Well,
Will you be sleeping? I mean, so we think, will you be sleeping? I mean, it is tradition. So
yeah,
probably.
I'll do my best. Everyone's gonna do their best to wake Armin up.
The problem is that I don't have the sound on. But yeah. So do you have okay, you start this question. Do you want to answer it?
Yeah. So someone in the chat asked if my question to be answered is why talk about making a deal that was never going to be possible? Why keep saying there are people in the Islamic Republic that want to deal? I have seen 0 statements from the Islamic Republic. So the Islamic Republic can't publicly say that they want a deal, but also don't view them as one entity. View them as like at least 4 different factions that are in there that all want their own thing. Some of them want a deal, some of them don't. The ones that don't are stronger than the ones that do militarily. So Trump is getting or was getting mixed signals by now. I mean, he's definitely understood that, they're just stalling and, coordinating with each other to waste time. But that's why he was saying that. But also, the most important thing that it does is that it makes some people in the regime who are quote unquote moderate and the people who are hardliners start attacking each other and be like, well, you said you wanted a deal. Why would you say that? These guys killed our supreme leader. They killed Qasem Soleimani. They're about to destroy us. Like, how could you possibly want that? That's anti-Islam. And then the other guys are like, well, we have to make a deal to stay alive. Otherwise, like you saw what happened. They're going to get us all. And here we are. It's a way to attack them. Did he overdo it a little bit? Yeah, but it's a way to attack them.
I mean, there are many people who say that President Trump genuinely prefers to get a deal instead of military operation. But I don't know. I think most people here don't agree with that. But I do hear that analysis as well. So it's good to mention it just so that you're aware of it, right? Well, so why keep saying there are people? I mean, and also there. By the way, Patriot Stan, I know for a fact that there are many people within the Islamic Republic who are desperately trying to get a deal with President Trump, but they can't because the Islamic Republic is fragmented and they don't have control over other parts of the Islamic Republic. Like I know for a fact that Ghalibaf really wants a deal because he's gonna die. He thinks he's gonna die if they go back to military operations. I know for a fact that Pezeshkian really does want to deal with the Americans. I know for a fact that Arakshi definitely wants to deal with the Americans. They want it, but they can't get it through because they're not in control. I mean, and nobody is technically is everybody is basically. I mean, think about it. Even if you want a deal, how are you going to stop the people who are just going to come destroy any form of ceasefire? Every time you get close to something, there are parts of IRGC are like, okay, well, fuck you. I'm going to shoot at UAE. I'm going to shoot at UAE just to fuck up with the deal that you're about to say. How are you going to stop that?
By the way, we have breaking news coming out as of 6 minutes ago.
Ooh.
The Senate, for the seventh time, has voted to limit Trump's war powers, and for the first time, they have succeeded. They have passed the vote 50 to 47. So now the House will also have to vote on it, and then President Trump can basically just veto it.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. We don't. Are we going to get the House or just the Senate?
Probably unlikely. But even if they do, it's not really a big deal. You know why? Because President Trump posted on his Truth Social 2 nights ago saying that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the House and Senate vote and pass. He's just going to say no.
I'll just
He's just going to keep on going.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a constitutional law expert, but I'm assuming that even if they have the House and the Senate at enough majority to not be vetoable, then the White House will be like, well, okay, this is unconstitutional. And then if you want to challenge it, you have to take it to the Supreme Court. And this takes like forever. Right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that even if we get, I mean, we're not going to go past the House anyways. Like people in the chat mentioned that the House is not going to vote for that's not getting through the House. Yeah. So we're okay. But this is still big news because it's going to get a lot of coverage and people are like, it'll be like, War Powers Act. Oh my God. But so it's going to bring attention to it. But other than that, it's not going to do anything else.
I can already see Arakchi and Ghalibaf coming out being like, see guys, see world. They're losing support.
Oh yeah, this even the American. Oh yes, you're right. Actually, Ali, this is like really good propaganda for the Islamic Republic. Like, look, even the Americans are trying to stop the president. This is a rogue, president that is like going against the will of his own people. He's going against democracy in his own country. That's what they would do.
We already know the next narrative that the Islamic Republic is going to push to their own followers. It's going to be like, the Americans are tired of this. They've had it. Yes. They're trying to stop Trump. They're doing their best to stop Trump from doing all of this. Like, see how fragmented they are.
They actually, I don't know if you know this, Ali, but if you actually watch Islamic Republic State TV, it treats the American people as victims and acts like oh my God, the poor Americans being oppressed by Trump and Israel. Like Islamic Republic State TV actually genuinely acts like it cares for the well-being of the American people, and they're basically being oppressed by Trump. And the American people know that this war is bad and this war is being forced upon them and we don't have democracy in the United States, and it's basically Israel making the policy decisions for the American people, and the American people don't have any say, and we need to free the American people from this oppression. That's what they say.
You know what annoys me about that statement is that they're capable, or at least knowledgeable, that the people of a country can suffer because of the government. That annoys me. That they're making that argument. That annoys me.
Yeah. Right. And Nima is so right. Nima said the worst part is leftist Americans will agree with that. Exactly. And Nima, actually, not only you're right, leftist Americans produce the content for the Islamic Republic to then go shows like, see, the Americans agree with our analysis. So yep, you're completely right. Ali, you wanna oh yeah, go on. And then we go to that. You go first.
Well, after we say that, we should go back to voting. We should make a poll. And before you make the poll, we're actually going to tell you guys what the airspace over the Middle East looks like and a couple other things. And then we're going to have a vote and see if anyone's changed their mind.
Ooh, okay, good. Okay, let's look at the super chat. Our third super chat of the day. So we're 30% to getting to 10. So thank you guys. Philly is saying, how big is the chance that the factions will start fighting and killing each other, like a civil war, like IRGC factions, basically, like a civil war, but just regime and IRGC, etc. So, Ali, what do you think?
Pretty low, in my opinion. At least if you want to see any sort of organized fight between the factions, I'd say the chance is very, very low. Would some of the regime people be pissed at the others? Would some bullets fly? I could see that when things get really chaotic, but unless they know that it's like genuinely over for them, this isn't going to happen. I think you're muted.
Like, I agree that this is very low, because even though they're dumb, they still understand that if it gets to that, it's over for them. Like, they try to attack each other and remove each other from power in other ways, because they know that if we have IRGC versus IRGC, guys, we have IRGC versus reformer violence. We have IRGC. I mean, yeah, that's about it. But IRGC versus IRGC violence, if we get to that point, the entire regime will see that, okay, this is it. This is a house of cards where everything is falling apart. So they try to avoid that by all means necessary.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at the Sarah super chat. It's saying super chat. I'm super chatty, and she's singing it. Okay. Well, thank you, Sarah. Oh, you're always responsible. One of the main people responsible to get to us to a goal, and we have 4 out of 10 super chats. All right, Ali, what did you want to?
All right.
Show?
So the USS Boxer was spotted last night, and
What?
it was, yes, but it is not where we think it is.
Why didn't you lead with that?
I don't know what to make of this right here. So the USS Boxer was eastbound in the Singapore Strait yesterday. So that's quite a bit off from the Persian Gulf. And here it is.
What?
Yeah.
So, do you want to pull a map? Is that like the Strait of Malacca? Like Texas thing chat? So, guys, remember, I told you that the Boxer would have been seen if it had went through the Strait of Malacca, and it hasn't been seen, so it must be still somewhere there. Because remember, I told everybody that, guys, we were expecting the USS Boxer to be coming towards the Persian Gulf, but but why hasn't it been seen? You can't go through the Strait of Malacca without somebody being without anybody, without people not noticing you. You will be observed. Guys, remember, these carrier strike groups are really hard to figure out where they are unless they go past close, unless they are basically moving so close to land that they will get detected by people, right? And if you want to go through the Strait of Malacca, people will see you. See, Texas Trip remembers that I was saying this. So yeah, can you zoom in? Show us where that is, because maybe now it's moving towards. If that is the Strait of Malacca, maybe now it's moving towards the Persian Gulf.
Well, if it's saying the Singapore Strait, wait, did it say eastbound? It said eastbound, so that's moving away from the Middle East.
The hell?
Yeah, so that's over here, guys, where it says Singapore.
Yep.
And it's supposed to be over here off the coast of Oman. And it is currently, or as of last night, was moving away. Although I assume it's going to stay in this area. It's going to be somewhere around here.
That is the Strait of Malacca that you're showing to us.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, pretty much, yep.
Oh, Texas is saying it's heading towards the Middle East. Is it?
Well, this said eastbound.
Shouldn't it be westbound?
It should be westbound. But who knows? Maybe it turned around since yesterday and is now going westbound. Even then, though, it's more than 4,000 miles that it has to cross. It's not going to get there in a few days. That's an interesting super chat.
I mean, I agree with it.
What made him suddenly think of that?
Okay, so let me actually then go through them. Nima is saying 5 is a lucky number, right? I mean, sure, it is now. From now on, it is. And thank you, Nima, for paying the 5th super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you, Nima. You're so kind. And then Amir giving us with a super chat, giving us a poll idea, saying topic: what will happen first? Oh, 1, Ali get to 1,000 subscribers, or 2, boom boom renews in Iran. Oh, that's a good poll.
I think hopefully boom boom. I'm gonna vote number 2.
Yeah, that's a good poll idea, and that's a good way to promote your channel as well. Wait,
yeah, guys.
But then, yeah,
we're almost there. We're at 770, I think. So we're almost there to 1,000. And yeah, if I can get there, I can do anything, technically.
Technically anything, yes. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna put the link to Ali's channel in the chat. So go subscribe to him. He's at 772.
Here's one reason why you should subscribe. When the boom booms start, I'm going to be there and I'm going to be live streaming the entire thing for as long as I possibly can until I pass out on my desk right here. And I will be telling you every single detail that I can possibly find.
Okay, so let me make the poll. Which will happen first? Ali's channel gets to 1,000 subscribers, or boom boom in Iran, right? That's what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Create. Start. Okay, that's the poll. Put 1 in the chat for Ali's channel gets to 1,000. Put 2 in the chat for boom boom in Iran. So thank you, Amir, for the super chat idea. And also, this is the super chat that you mentioned. That was, so yeah, Dapper saying curse upon the Safavids. Yes. I mean, I agree with that. And thank you for the super chat. Oh, thank you so much. We got to 7 super chats. Curse be upon the Safavids. Okay. Oh wow, it's 50-50. Hey, can you double check if the USS Boxer, guys? So for people who don't know, USS Boxer is the amphibious assault group of United States, with the central ship, the Boxer ship, being um, a naval asset of United States that has amphibious capabilities, meaning that it carries armored vehicles like hovercrafts, for example, that could technically operate in water and land at the same time, which is used to move marines and other military assets from water on land without you requiring a port or a pier or anything like that, which is it significantly increases United States ability to do sea to land operations and take over, islands or southern city around the Persian Gulf. So we know the USS Tripoli can do that, and that's already in the region close to the Persian Gulf. But the other carrier group, the other amphibious strike group that could do that is the USS Boxer. So if the USS Boxer arrives next to close to the Persian Gulf, at the Gulf of Oman, then it's serious, right? And it's not just serious; it means that they have island taking over island as one of their plans, right? So that's why everybody is looking at that.
All right. So,
So
as of
yeah.
9 hours ago, the USS Boxer is coming into Singapore's port.
Oh. So maybe it's just going to okay.
They're making a pit stop. I mean, they gotta go eventually, right? Unless the plan from the beginning was to just have the Boxer guard the Malacca Strait. But then why would you need an amphibious? Anyway.
What is AOR stand? Texas saying Boxer is expected to arrive in the AOR soon at this week. Wait a minute. AOR. What does that stand for?
area
AOR?
of area of
Yeah.
I know people just say
It's going to
AO,
be
but yeah.
AOR. What's that? What does that stand for?
I don't know about the
Area
R.
of responsibility. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Responsibility.
Well, where is the responsibility? Is that the Persian Gulf or the South China Sea?
Hopefully the Persian Gulf, if I'm being selfish here.
Okay, Ali. 69% are voting for boom booms in Iran before your
That's
channel
good.
reaches 1,000.
That's good. That's what I vote for. I wonder if I vote, if it'll does that count?
Yeah, it
Oh,
will.
nice. Oh wow, I went up to 70%. All right, cool.
Oh, you ruined the 69 number. Damn it. Let me fix that. Hold on. Let me try to fix that. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, 68. Too many of you tried to fix it. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Too many people tried to fix it. I was gonna do it. All right.
All right. So, speaking of military stuff, last night, how many hours ago was this? Okay, so this was today at 2 a.m. A blast was heard around Keshm Island from the Strait of Hormuz, it says. Let me share this instead.
Oh, okay.
So Shin has reported. Shin is someone who pretty much gets direct messages from people inside of Iran in that area and then reports to us about what people on the ground there have heard. And this was coming from the Strait of Hormuz directly. That was last night. So things are happening every night.
What are these explosions? Like, I can't, like, is that Gardage Javidan? Is that Israel?
Yeah, it could
Or
be special operations that go in and take out specific targets as well. I mean, that's a very common military thing to do.
سلام داوود همین الان صدای انفجار قشم حس شد سلام مرسی ولی خب انگار انفجاری روی دریا بود دور بود اوکی
Exciting stuff. And so we're gonna tell you guys this, okay? And then over the airspace is still clear pretty much over the Middle East. So we're talking about Syria, Iraq, and Iran. The airspace is mostly clear. There are some suspicious commercial flights over the past day that have been going to Russia, China, and Iraq and back. Could be emptying some supplies, could be taking people out, evacuating, could be having secret meetings. I mean, the flight was from Mashhad, which is like the religious hub of the Islamic Republic, to Najaf, which is also where the rival, what do you call it? The rival Ayatollah, you could call it, is.
You're talking about Alam al Huda?
Is that his name?
The Santa Claus looking mullah in Mashhad?
No, I'm talking about the guy who is the rival to Khamenei.
That's what I'm talking about. Alam al Huda. Do you want me to bring the boom boom sheet?
But wasn't he Iraqi?
Huh?
I thought there was an
Alam al
Iraqi
Huda.
rival.
Oh, okay. I thought you mentioned. Okay, sorry. I don't know why I thought you were mentioning Mashhad. Oh, you mean Sistani?
Sistani, yeah, there it is.
Okay, Sistani is a competitor to Ali Khamenei from a perspective as a marja. Okay, but yes, so I thought you mean like as a competitor for influence inside Iran.
Okay. Yeah, like a religious sense.
Right. Yes.
Is he in Najaf?
Sistani is I think he would be in Najaf, yes. Where are we talking about Sistani?
Because there was two planes, or maybe the same one that made multiple flights from Mashhad to Najaf and back to Mashhad.
Oh, that's why I heard you saying Mashhad. So I thought you were talking about Alam al Huda. Okay, but Sistani is not relevant in military operations or anything like that. Like he's just a spiritual leader.
Here's how he could be relevant. So Ghani, which is one of the top people in the Islamic Republic, has been going to Iraq multiple times, and his job is to basically gather the militias that they have in Iraq, that the IRGC has in Iraq, together, and to get their support for when the final battle comes. Sistani, who is the spiritual leader in Iraq for Shias, could have some influence on these people. And so having mullahs from Mashhad, which is the religious center of the Islamic Republic, go to Najaf, convince Sistani to perhaps throw his weight around in some way, could help them to garner some support amongst the militias.
Sistani tries to stay out of politics as much as possible.
This is their last chance. This is the IRGC's last chance. So if they have to hold a gun to his head, they might do it.
Sistani is against the Velayat Faqih system. I don't see him involved. I don't think he will be involved in any of this.
Okay.
His whole thing is non-involvement.
And I wonder what could happen there.
Yeah. No, Sistani, first of all, he's against the philosophy of the Islamic Republic, and he's politically very uninvolved. That's why the Pope met with him. So, yeah.
Well, that name. So one thing that... Oh, where is it? Show on stage, share. There we go. Trust the process.
Thank you, Dom Dividend is saying trust the process. Thank you, Dom Dividend. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Absolutely. Okay.
What is this?
Oh, okay. So this is Qazvin. Okay. This is a city that's pretty close to Tehran. It's on the western side of Tehran. And it's a pretty important one because they actually went in and they cleared out the missile, the debris that are the doors to the missile cities.
Oh, okay.
And there were reports as well that people so other people like Shin, who get direct reports from people in Iran, were saying that in Qazvin today, there was a ton of security forces there. So I think this is probably, and they're doing it at the last minute to go and get these missiles out because they know that the strikes are about to happen. They don't want the US to potentially close it too fast. But that's exactly what the United States is going to do. These missile cities are unreachable. And actually, Armin was talking about this in his discussion group today. Even though they're buried deep underground, under granite and rock that cannot be easily reached by bunker busters, all you got to do is just close the door on them. And if they do bring teams like bulldozers and other equipment to open them, well, those are now combatants and fair game.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So guys, the thing, the way I look at it, okay, because a lot of people were talking about that, oh, the Americans gave us fake information. They told us that 90% of the Islamic Republic's missile launching capability was lost, taken away from them during the operations of Pink Fury. But then we got reports that 30 out of the 33 missile cities of the Islamic Republic are now operational again and completely untouched. And that is also true. And these two are not a contradiction. A lot of people thought that when the Americans reported that 90% of the missile launching capacity of the Americans were taken, that these missiles and launchers were destroyed. The thing is that these missiles and launchers, most of them are in these missile cities, under layers and layers of granite that have been built by nature over millions and millions of years. Okay. And it takes a crazy amount of bunker busters. Like, it's really hard to reach. So the Americans couldn't actually destroy these missile cities. But they did is that they blew up the entrances. And because they blew up the entrances, that means that the Islamic Republic didn't have access to a lot of its missiles and missile launchers, meaning that 90% of their missile launching capacity was taken away from them. However, during the ceasefire, the Islamic Republic obviously goes and reopens those entrances. And that's what the image that Ali was showing us was about. And that means that they could be operational again, and most of the missiles and launchers are untouched and working, and now they're back in use. That's the bad news. But the good news is that it's easy to then close the entrances again. It's very hard to destroy these missile cities under these mountains. It's really hard to do that. But it's easy to close the entrances. So the next military operation that starts, all they have to do is go boop, 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 and just basically close the entrances again, seal the entrances against with like smaller missiles. You don't even need bunker busters for those, right? So the Islamic Republic might still have its missile cities, 30 out of 33 of them, but what's the use where the Americans could just close the entrances every time they need to? And also, by the way, I mentioned the discussion group. Maybe you guys would like to know this as well. That in at least one of these missile cities, when they close all the holes, all the entrances, the people that were in the missile city suffocated and died. Like, they died a very slow death. Which a lot of Iranian people, once they heard that news, they were very happy about it.
There's also anti-air activity in Andimeshk, which is in Khuzestan province. And as a result of that, one of these anti-air shells, I'm assuming, actually crashed into the bazaar of the city, and 2 to 3 people were severely wounded as a result. So the Islamic Republic CBS is also reporting that there are at least 10 mines in the Strait of Hormuz. Well, so Moving on from that one.
Wait, look at the super chat. Roman Viking
Mhm.
is saying, did they maybe use Anthropic Mythos to hack IRIB? um, I don't think that, I don't know. I don't think these things that we are using have, I think whatever systems that the the Americans use has to go through years of testing, or I don't know if years, but it needs to be, they already have a framework, and just because of there's, I'm assuming that it takes a long time for them to uh, work with a new technology and figure out if it's meets their standards and if it's foolproof and if it's going to meet their high level of security and standards that they require before they use that. So I don't know if we have gotten there yet. So I don't know. I think these things take a while. There's a lot of legal stuff and security stuff, and um that's a lot of experiments that needs to be run to make sure that something works properly before you could use it in the military. That's what but I don't have enough knowledge on this, but that's what I assume happens. And thank you, Roman Viking, for the super chat. Sorry, Ali, go ahead.
No, not at all. We wanted to clear some misinformation up. I know everyone's always been very interested in what happened in the girls' school in Minab, but not everyone knows that. So the United States Senate forced Admiral Cooper to testify to lawmakers, and they hit him with an accusation. They told him that there were 39 incidents where girls' schools or other schools were targeted in Iran.
What?
And Admiral Cooper responded with, I had no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. 39? I did not receive such reports. And they told him that he did not know what he was talking about. And so they forced him to create a report and to figure out the bottom of it. He did, and came back with the assessment that out of the 39 incidents at which the Senate gave him, US munitions, so missile parts and such, were only found at one of them, which was Minab. And he also said that Minab was a cruise missile base for the IRGC. So
Right.
38
Yes.
of them are completely false. The United States has nothing to do with it. And one of them,
Do you have the
that was
video for
a
that interaction? Do you have the
I don't
video?
have the video. I don't have the video for it, no. But I do know where to find it. I just have to go through the whole recording. It's like a couple hours long.
I'm pretty sure somebody on X cut out that part. Oh yeah, I think I found it. Okay, here I could share it.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want me to share it?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is exactly the part that you're talking about. Oh, thank you for letting me share that StreamYard.
So it's a complex investigation. The school itself is located on an active IRGC cruise missile base.
Absolutely.
It's more complex than the average strike. As soon as we're complete, I'm fully committed to transparency, given your important oversight role and the other members here. So it's a complex.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, I think I think a lot of people jump too fast on the bandwagon of this was IRGC, not the Americans, without being sure about it. And I was careful not to do that because I knew that sometimes in the fog of war, there are mistakes made, and this could have been one of them. Okay. I'm still not sure. We can, until the investigations are complete, but too many people on our side just jumped on saying this was not the United States, this was the Islamic Republic. Guys, no military, no matter how moral and how good they are, will be able to completely avoid making mistakes. We know the Americans and Israelis do more than anyone else, more than any other armies to try to reduce civilian casualties. But at the end of the day, no matter what you do, sometimes mistakes happen. And then when that happens, you what you focus on is that we know the Americans never target children. We know that the Americans never target schools, unlike the Islamic Republic and its terrorist proxies that target children on purpose. Whenever this happens on our side, it's a mistake, and mistakes cannot be 100% prevented. That's what you should that's what you should be focusing on. Because if you rush and say it wasn't the Americans, and anybody who says that, well, we don't know yet, is acted like they're betraying the Americans and they're on the Islamic Republic side. When the information comes, if the information comes out that it was actually the Americans, then the Islamic Republic will use all these false takes to show to their followers that how wrong we were, right? So just be patient for the investigations before you jump on the bandwagon that it was the Islamic Republic, not the Americans, because we don't know, right? And it might have been the Americans, and it was a mistake, and obviously they weren't intending to do this.
As of 30 minutes ago, something is happening that's a little important in my opinion. Let me go back to this, move. I'm going to show you guys something on flight radar.
Ooh.
All right, so the plane carrying General Dan Kane, Joint Chiefs of Staff, who is the overall
bring it up, Ali.
architect.
It's
God, why does that keep happening?
Yeah.
All right, so General Dan Kane. He's the mastermind behind this military operation. He's the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He works with Pete Hegseth directly, and he is currently traveling from Washington, D.C. to Tampa, Florida, which is the HQ of CENTCOM. That is happening right now as we speak. He's in the air.
Where do you find these? That's really good information, Ali. Like, good job.
Thanks. I think my For You page at this point is doing half the work as well. It just like knows what I want to see.
My For You page on X is basically stuff from the Islamic Republic, State TV, and Durka shit. So that's why it's good too.
Yeah.
I wish I could have multiple different homepage, one for Islamic Republic stuff, one for like, I don't know, this, one for that.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's good.
So for the rest of the stream, so for those of you who didn't join maybe halfway, I'll give you like a 1-minute summary, maybe 30 seconds. So we began with covering the Islamic Republic proposal, the newest proposal that they sent today. According to Reuters, the 5 proposals are even worse than the previous proposal the Islamic Republic has given. And no progress is going to be made there. So we are not only back to square one, but probably even at square zero. And then additionally, what else did we cover? I totally forgot because I'm trying to show these other things as well. But after that, we will tell you guys what happened to the Islamic Republic stock market. It opened after 80 days. We're going to show you guys a picture of what that looks like. I'm sure you guys can possibly imagine. Yeah, they opened it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I also wanted to tell you guys about what FIFA has done regarding the Iranian revolution. Additionally, there are more videos of the IRGC physically handing small children weapons and teaching them how to shoot them. And lastly, we can end it off by we have a complete list of the targets of economic fury, including individuals, entities, companies, and tankers, as well as all of the aircraft that the United States has lost during this conflict, which is not that many.
Okay, can I read 4 super chats? Okay. So Lior is saying Baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda. Okay, that was what Lior said. Thank you, Lior, for that. And then we have thank you. Okay, Fabrice is saying Italy here. Okay, if I mispronounce your names, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Fabrizio.
Fabrizio Pacific something Pacific saying Italy here, and yes, Israel. What is that? What is that other one? Hold on, I need to see the flags.
Which
Oh,
one?
United of. Oh, okay, that's U.S. Why does it look like UM here? Okay, so U.S. flag, Israel flag, Italy flag. Thank you so much, and also make Iran great again. Thank you, thank you. I have to look at it on my phone because it's not showing correctly on my computer. And then we have another super chat from Aryan saying, "My birthday's tomorrow. Hey, happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Hope something good happens." Imagine that, Aryan, if on your birthday we light some candles in Iran, some giant candles. Okay, that would be amazing. That would be the best birthday gift ever. I would be jealous if that's what you got on your birthday. And we have Sarah is saying, "Yay, Ali, let's go."
Thank you,
Okay.
Sarah.
Oh,
Sarah's so
she
nice to
said
us.
that's yeah, she is. She's very nice. All right, love you, Sarah. Okay. All right, what do we have?
All right, who wants to see what the stock market looks like in Iran? Are we going to see
my God.
green? Are we going to see red? What do you guys think?
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
This is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like, and if you're wondering why there's a fair bit of green, keep in mind that over 80 companies were not even allowed to be listed up again. They were so damaged that they didn't even make it to the opening of the stock market. They postponed that one. But you can see everything is pretty much red here.
Well, I'm actually surprised that there are greens. Okay, what is it? Why is there why is there any green at all?
Well, this is reported by the by Tasnim News, which is the state media. So I guess they didn't want it to look too bad.
No, I mean they couldn't hide that if they opened this. I want to see the percentages. So if you right click on the image, and then basically say copy image address, and then you paste it, you will see a zoomed in image like that. So I just went and did that.
Okay.
Let me see zoom in. We're saying -2, -3, -3, -3. This is in a day. This is +2, +3, -3. I remember there were days that the whole thing was completely red. Oh, I know why some of these are green. Because this is an adjustment from the crash that they already had pre-war with the expectation that we're going to war. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is just the adjustment from some of them have already crashed significantly, and maybe they over crash, and it's just adjusting from that. So that might be the reason.
Well, it's probably only going to be open for a few days. So.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
I'm going to actually combine two things here. So our favorite foreign minister said that the U.S. has finally acknowledged the losses of dozens of aircraft worth billions, and that our powerful armed forces confirmed as first to strike down an F-35. With lessons learned and knowledge we gained, return to war will feature many more surprises.
What? When was our powerful armed forces are confirmed as first to strike down at... When did that happen? F-35? Let's double check this. Did the Islamic Republic take down an F-35 during Operation Epic Fury? Is that like what it like? There's no way. There was a no. This is a lie.
You know, we actually have a list of the United States' lost aircraft, so we can actually take a look right here. So there were 34 aircraft lost, and before you freak out, 24 of them were drones. So 4 F-15s, 2 KC-135s, 2 MC-130s, 1 A-10 Thunderbolt, and 1 MQ-4C Triton. So no F-35s. Oh, you know what he is saying? One was damaged by bullets, like literally just bullets from an assault
Didn't he
rifle.
say take down? He said took down.
He
So
said
because
took
this
down.
yeah, look at this. So while Iranian state media and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps claim to have successfully targeted and shut down an F-35 in March 2026, these claims were not substantiated by U.S. officials. So official reports and credible analysis confirmed the following: damage. So an F-35A Lightning II did sustain damage due to Iranian ground fire during a combat operation in mid-March 2026. Following the incident, the aircraft was able to perform an emergency landing at a base in the Middle East. The pilot survived, though reports indicate the sustained sharpnel wounds.
Shrapnel.
And shrapnel wounds. U.S. Central Command confirmed the aircraft landed safely and that the incident was under investigation, explicitly refuting claims that an F-35 had been shut down. So fake. So these are. So show the list of the things that they managed to take down. Strike down.
So the ones that they actually did strike down are these ones, destroyed.
A-10. I see the A-10 was. I remember the A-10. Maybe because they had to do an emergency landing, and Arakchi's vocabulary that is taking them down.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean, the U.S. did state that the F-35 was damaged by Iranian ground fire.
Yeah, and they safely had an emergency landing, and Arakchi was like, well, they had to land. We made them land, so that is basically us striking. We struck them, and they went down. So that's striking down. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. These guys are something else.
So Kat just joined us. I saw more people coming in talking about the Senate. Did the Senate? Yeah, we talked about this, but so many people are asking about it. Ali, do you want to talk about it again?
Yeah, so the Senate has voted 50 to 47 to advance the limiting of the war powers. I believe that it was a committee, though, so I think that, Congress still has to vote on it, and then after that, pretty sure Trump can just veto it, which is what he was actually releasing on Truth Social a couple days ago. He's basically just saying a lot of things. He reposted Mark Levin, who was saying that it doesn't matter. It literally just doesn't matter what the Senate and the House vote for, because the president can just say no or get around it, and it doesn't matter. So we're totally fine. So nothing. Yes. So far. If they do get an overwhelming majority, though, then there's trouble there. That's never going to happen.
So I could review here. I give you the full info, okay? So on Tuesday, May 19th, 2026, the Senate voted 50 to 47 to advance a war powers resolution. This was a notable breakthrough because it is the first time such a resolution has successfully moved out of a committee for a floor debate after 7 previous attempts attempts fail. For Republican senators, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, Rand Paul, Bill Cassidy, broke ranks to vote with all but one Democrat. Oh, yay! Senator John Fetterman, which we love, in favor of the measure. The resolution seeks to force President Trump to remove U.S. armed forces from hostilities within or against Iran, unless Congress explicitly authorizes the conflict through a declaration of war or a specific authorization for use of military force. But here's the hurdles ahead. While this procedural vote is a major development, the resolution still faces a long and difficult path before it could actually restrict the president's authority. Number one, full floor vote. The measure must still pass a full vote on the Senate floor. Oh my God. So this hasn't even passed. The Senate hasn't even finished the job here. Forget the House. So after the Senate, then we have House approval. If it passes the Senate, it must then pass the House of Representatives, where leadership has previously been resistant to such measures. And then that's number two. Okay, then three, the veto threat. Even if both chambers were to pass a resolution, it would then go to President Trump's desk. Given his administration's stance that he maintains inherent constitutional authority to act as the commander-in-chief, it is widely expected that he would veto the resolution. Duh. But then also four, veto-proof majority. To override a presidential veto, Congress would need a 2/3 majority in both the Senate and the House, which is historically rare and currently considered unlikely given the party line nature of the votes thus far. And by the way, guys, on top of that, I said four, but I'm going to add a five. Even if you get a 2/3 majority in the Senate and you get a 2/3 majority in the House, for President Trump not to be able to veto it, then the White House would be like, well, this is unconstitutional anyway. So then they have to go challenge President Trump in the Supreme Court. So this is miles away from being able to limit President Trump. And they don't have the numbers exactly. Yeah.
There's no way. They just can't do anything, basically. So we're good.
We're good.
Breaking news. Norman, guess who else is going to CENTCOM HQ right now?
What? Wait, who? Tell me. What
Admiral Cooper. Admiral Cooper is also going to Tampa, Florida right now.
Wait, so, General Kane and Admiral Cooper?
Correct. On different flights. So they're both going. They're both going to be there. And today is Tuesday, so they're anticipating something if they're heading back there.
So the third and fourth highest in command when it comes to military operations against the Islamic Republic. So guys, the first highest in command when it comes to military operations against the Islamic Republic is President Trump. The second highest in command when it comes to these operations is Pete Hegseth. Third highest in command is General Kane. And fourth highest in command is Admiral Cooper. So now we're seeing General Kane and Admiral Cooper going to the same place in Tampa, Florida at the same time. And again, CENTCOM headquarters is in Florida. So something might be happening as we're speaking.
The chairman of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff and the commander of the Central Command, both in Tampa, Florida by tonight.
Interesting development.
Someone asked, why do they broadcast this stuff and put them in harm's way by doing so? Well, they're flying over United States airspace, so there's nothing that could possibly happen to them.
It is a good question though. Like I'm all for government transparency, but does somebody need to know at all times where General Kane is traveling to? like,
I mean,
like
look at this. It even tells you how much this plane is costing. Like this
oh
flight
my
is
god.
costing $4,000.
Oh, I guess I see why that's public. Because it's taxpayer money, and the guys see what it oh my god. You guys, the Americans, do you understand the level of accountability that in your country exists in your country to taxpayers? Because all of this has to become public knowledge, so Americans could know if their tax money is being used for justifiable reasons. Because moving these people around costs money, and everything has to be accounted for, right? And we're like, okay, we're spending this much, and we're moving this guy from here to here. Yes. So I paid for that shit, right? Guys, it's the whole world should be jealous of the level of transparency and accountability that you have in America. Like, this is you guys understand that this is not normal. What you have in the United States is not normal. You should be so
Yeah.
proud.
It's the complete opposite of the Islamic Republic.
Oh my god. It's not even in the same universe. But it is risky. Like, it is risky. Like, I would like imagine Ali, if you had there was an X account announcing, the planes that you were taking and where you're going to be at what time. Like, that's not comfortable.
Well, I might feel better if I had a military escort of jets around me.
Right? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Someone in the chat was saying to talk about the flag issue that FIFA is raising.
Oh, okay, yes. Is that real? Because somebody, like, discussion group, some people were saying this is fake news, but I don't know what is
No, it's
happening.
real. It's real. In fact, Iran International Iran International has posted about this. So essentially what's going on here, guys, is that FIFA is banning the lion and sun flag at the World Cup, and they will only let the flag of the Islamic Republic in. What do you guys think about that?
I have an opinion that I mentioned in our discussion group, but I'm going to let other people first comment. And Ali, what do you think about this?
I think they had nothing to gain and everything to lose by doing this.
This is, by the way, insane. If this is true, this is insane, because this is in United States, right? Like, this is not Qatar, okay? This is the United States of America, okay? People not being able to, this is not going to be like having the Qatari government and FIFA telling people to not bring this and not bring that. I mean, it's Qatar, obviously, but this happening on American soil, this is a disaster. This is a disaster. Okay.
All risk, no reward. I just don't understand.
But I have some good news regarding this. I think I do. Okay. So, guys, let me know in the chat. Do you guys like this news, or do you not like this news? Is this a good news or is this bad news, in your opinion? In the chat, let me know in the chat. I'm going somewhere with this.
Armin doesn't mean if it's important or not, but he means if this is like a good thing or if it's a bad thing.
It's a good thing or a bad thing that FIFA is banning the lion and sun flag. It's bad. Okay, Roman Vikings saying bad. Oh, cat lady, you know what I said in the chat. You should stop. Yep. Okay. So I support it. I think this is great. Ali, were you in the discussion group when I talked about this?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. I think this is great. I love that FIFA is doing this. Okay. Because I think this is going to. Oh, you figured it out? Okay.
I did figure it out.
Okay, so tell me what you think I'm going to say to see if you guessed it.
Okay, this will be funny if this is not the same thing, but the World Cup, the games are going to be hosted in LA, amongst other cities in the US, right? And so there's a lot of diaspora Iranians who want to raise want to raise the lion and slug flag, but if they don't, that will show that there are no Islamic Republic flags there, and it will actually look bad for the Islamic Republic. Was that what you're going to say?
No, because I'm pretty sure the Islamic Republic will make sure there are people there with the Islamic Republic flag, right?
Okay.
Like they will make sure that there is, right? What I'm going to say is that given this ban, the Iranian people will definitely try to bring in their lion and sun flags. Okay, one way or another, they're going to bring it in. They're going to hide it. They're going to wear it under their shirts. They're going to put it in pieces and bring it in pieces. They will come up with the most creative ways to bring the lion and sun flag. And then once they show it, because if you tell the Iranian people that they can't bring the lion and sun flag, do you think they're not going to try? A lot of them are going to try. They're going to try to violate this rule, and it's going to get so much media attention. I think this is going to bring, because imagine if they didn't have this rule. If they didn't have this rule, it wouldn't be that big of a news. Iranian people come, they have the lion and sun flag, and people are like, oh, I guess that's their flag. That's about it. All right. It wouldn't get that much coverage. But now with this, we might get a lot of people who are trying to violate this rule, and security guards running after them trying to get the lion and sun flags out of their hand. And that will bring so much attention. And to this, we will get so much more media attention on the lion and sun flag because of this, right? And it will also educate more Americans about the difference between the lion and sun flag and the Islamic Republic flag. And it will also embarrass FIFA to like trying to get lion and sun after the massacre that the Islamic Republic did upon the Iranian people for raising the lion and sun flag. Now having FIFA trying to go remove the lion and sun flag from the hands of the Iranian people, a flag that represents a symbol of Iran, but also against our occupiers that did the greatest massacre in our modern history. That would look really bad for FIFA, but it also, the media attention that this will get will educate more Americans what the Iranian people stand for and what the lion and sun flags were. And given that how many people associate the lion and sun flag with Princess of Pahlavi, more Americans and more people worldwide would be educated regarding the fact that the Iranian people support Princess of Pahlavi. So I think the drama that this is going to cause is going to get more attention to the lion and sun flag and what the Iranian people stand for than if it was just allowed. What do you think?
I think you should make a Twitter post explaining what you just said, condensing it, and telling people to not boycott it. Tell them to show up. Tell them to still buy tickets, because I think a lot of people, out of anger, will boycott and not show up to the games. We want them to show up then.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
All right, so we've covered that news. Yesterday, while you make that, I'll go ahead and...
No. I could make it after the show, so go ahead.
Okay, cool. Yesterday, I actually talked about how there were those terror attacks that happened, with one of them definitively being linked to the IRGC. So this is a British Iranian journalist, and he was stabbed in London. And the court of London has linked the aggressor to the IRGC, but they're calling them criminals linked to Tehran. So there's British media for you.
What the fuck? By the way, this stabbing happened a while back.
Yeah,
but
and
now what we're seeing, but what we're seeing now is, he's a famous host on Iran International. But what we're seeing now is finally the court date for the people who stabbed him. He was injured in his leg. Yeah, this is why Iran International at some point temporarily had to move its office from the UK to United States because the UK was not safe anymore for them. Yeah.
Man, yeah, guys, please, there are rallies coming up and you guys show up, please be aware of your surroundings.
Oh, don't yeah, guys, no, don't worry about it. Like, don't think like I'm gonna actually, I don't want to say that. But yeah. It's I think the rallies are safe.
And we also have a clip of a continuation of the yesterday clips of the IRGC teaching children how to shoot guns.
Oh,
And this
yeah,
one is
there's more
shared
video.
by Emily Schrader. And there's 2 points in this clip that I want to show. And I'm not going to have audio for this. Okay, let's play this. Yep, so these
wow,
are
I haven't seen that
very
one.
small children.
What the fuck? Yeah, I've seen that one.
And then there's one at the end. This one's particularly interesting to me because if you look at the girl on the right, you can see that she's not wearing any hijab. So she's not wearing any head coverings, and they're showing this on the state media to say, look at us, we accept everyone.
Unbelievable.
There's no pit deep enough for these people. Not even people, actually. That's too much of a compliment. And lastly,
No.
I'm just going to skim through. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying maybe she's too young for a job. No, I mean, that's a good question, but first of all, too young for a job, you have to be under 9. But we know that they have actively are trying to show that non-hijabis are welcome as a propaganda recently. So that is something they do. And she's older. She looks older than 9. Oh my gosh, she's definitely older than 9. So older than 9 means hijab is mandatory. But they like, look at this. This non-hijabi woman is training how to shoot the Iranian people in an event and uprising. This is where we are at right now.
Yeah,
They're
guys, so
training this
it's not just
non-hijabi woman.
us. It's not just us that want to get rid of the Americans. It's all Iranians. They're going to show this in other countries and be like, look, the Iranian people want this.
Yeah, even the non-hijabis want to kill you, anti-regime people.
Yeah, especially after like the clip right before is of a girl wearing hijab,
exactly.
and the next one
They're
is
trying
this
to
one.
show. Look, they're saying, look, all types, full hijab, non-hijab, we're all united behind the Islamic Republic. That's what they're trying to say. Fuck these fuckers, man. The garbage propaganda. Yeah, Leo is saying this is so sickening. Exactly. Man, can't wait to get rid of this fucking disease, man. I'm so done with them. I'm so done with this fucking sickness in my country.
To use children.
This shit. Yeah.
To use children and then be proud of it and broadcast it on TV to try and prove your point that everyone should be coming to bear arms. You're teaching children to shoot people and claiming that it is necessary. So, the Islamic Republic, after 47 years, has done millions of unspeakable acts just like this one. And this one being no different for the leftists and the woke and the Democrats and other people, because they will still defend this. They will still turn a blind eye to this. And we've seen them be quiet, right? Over the past duration of the ceasefire, they're more quiet. As soon as the strikes start again, As soon as they start again, all of this is going to be ignored, and it's just going to go back to being like, they're bombing schools and hospitals and they're killing civilians. They're going to amplify the voices of the Iranians in Iran who are scared of the bombs again. They're going to attack Prince Reza Pahlavi again. In fact, they've already started doing that with more intensity this week. And the disease spreads far, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Can you imagine having? Yeah.
Yeah, all while accusing Americans of targeting a girls' school, and then they put weapons in the arms of children and send them to the front lines. Do they think that these children are going to be able to be some sort of, SEAL Team 6 strike force? These children are going to stand there and make the protesters hesitate while the men behind them gun them down. And also, these children, boys, girls, and other people that they're arming, are just there to be fodder. They're there to be run over. They're there for the regime forces to buy time for themselves to regroup, have barriers, and there's going to be cases of a lot of these people running because they're scared. Like, it's easy for you to be brainwashed and hold a gun now, but when you're pumped full of adrenaline and fear on the front line the night of, some of them are going to run and the RGC are just going to shoot them in the back. But no, the children's school, guys. What were you saying?
I mean, just to be clear though, these guns that they're being trained with, it's not meant for the Israelis and for the Americans. I need to remind people every single time, because the Americans and Israelis are going to fight the Islamic Republic with fighter jets, with drones, with missiles. There's not going to be a mass ground invasion of Americans and Israelis where these people are. But look at the weapons they're being trained with. It's like the Kalashnikov, it's the AK-47, which is useless for the type of weapons that Americans are using against the Islamic Republic. So, Ali, who are those weapons that they're being trained meant for?
Well, obviously it's for the Mossad agents, the 40,000 plus Mossad agents that were on the ground. But no, guys, it's for the Iranian people, the average person, boy, girl, person your age, mother, father, husband, brother, sister, who just want a better life, and they're sick and tired of having spent their entire life wasted on the Islamic Republic, who spends more money funding Hezbollah, Hamas, and others than they do caring about their own citizens. A country that has so much resources, that has electricity outages, that has gas prices being risen up to this prices. There's lines for everything. Food inflation is the highest in the world. You can't even get cancer treatment right now if you wanted to. Other medical treatment will cost you your arm and leg, so you're better off not getting it. This is the reality that the average person faces, and the most soul-crushing one, especially as a young person like myself in their 20s, is that there is no future. You will continue on depressed, with no source of income, miserable for the rest of your life, and you are only in your teens or 20s. That is why the majority of the people who want the regime gone are younger people, and we've seen that throughout history. But now it has reached a point where no one can tolerate it. It is meant for everyone in Iran, except for a few. They would go to no end. It does not matter to them the number of people that they kill. They've killed, in my opinion, over 100,000 people, 42 being the most conservative estimate. They would do more. There is no difference to them how many they kill.
So, yeah, I mean, you're completely right. But going back to the fact that these guns that they're being trained with is meant for civilians. And we had a question here. Red Backpack was saying, but the RGC thinks there is going to be ground invasion, right? No, the RGC thinks that the ground operations is going to be against an uprising. The IRGC thinks that the Americans and Israelis are weakening the Islamic Republic to the point where they are weak enough for the Iranian people to be able to do a successful uprising on them. That's what the IRGC thinks, and they're not wrong. Because we can see that the IRGC is preparing itself against a mass uprising. That's what they're preparing themselves for. And that's the whole point of the street protest by the pro-regime people, to stop an uprising. And that's the point of training these men, women, and children with guns to stop an uprising. That's what they're trying to prevent. Okay. So now that we know that, here's the thing, Ali. This is what my concern is. Imagine if we do an uprising and then the Iranian people, the anti-regime Iranian people, find themselves face to face with children in front of them that have guns. What the fuck do they do? Like, how do you deal with that situation where the person that you need to attack to save your own life right now is a kid with a gun? Like, imagine if they're put in that position.
They hesitate. And then if the US and Israel use drones to take them out, the media is going to be all over it.
I just feel really horrible for the Iranian protester that all of a sudden finds himself in that situation where you're eye to eye with a child with a Kalashnikov. Like I don't know what the fuck. How do you deal with that?
There's nothing we can say on stream that would,
Yeah. An Iranian child. Yeah, Roman Viking saying, yeah, it's fucked. Imagine if the Iranian people are put in a position where to save Iran, they have to choose between fighting for a free Iran and killing Iranian children because they're armed. Like, imagine if they make the Iranian people choose between that.
They've already done it.
That would be
That's
the
the
most
whole point.
unforgivable.
You know,
that would be the most unforgivable. That would go like, every time you think the Islamic Republic can't go lower, then you find that there's a new low. It reminds me of this quote by Israeli Prime Minister about the Palestinians, so-called Palestinians. She said this. She said, we might be able to one day forgive the Palestinians for killing our children, but we could never forgive them for making us kill their children. But yeah, go on. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Every time we don't think they can stoop lower, they find a way. Like they literally sit in a room, they make this scheme, and they go, yeah, yep, and they carry it out. Guys, these guys are not moderates. There's no one here to make a deal with. No one around the Islamic Republic wants them to stay. And this is not the first time they've done this, okay? This is not new. This is the first time that they're going to force the Iranian people themselves to have to force themselves to shoot these children in order to get freedom.
Yeah. We got yes, I was saying they're good at one thing, inflicting psychological trauma on their citizens. Exactly. And Vashi, thank you so much for the super chat. Vashi saying one of their theorists said once on state TV, if we have to unalive half of the world to keep Islamic regime alive, we don't hesitate. I know exactly who you're talking about, Vashi. You're talking about Mir Bagheri, which is the spiritual leader of the Paidari camp. Okay, so this guy, Vashi, that you're talking about is not just a theorist. He is. Hold on, let me see if I can find him. I know exactly who you're talking about. This guy. Mahdi Mir Bagheri. Okay. And the Paidari camp, the basically ideological pressure camp within the Islamic Republic, with the most important politician within them being Jalili, this is their spiritual leader. And some of the people within that camp believe it, trust him, and love him more than they loved Ali Khamenei. For some people within the Paidari camp, Ali Khamenei is a dirty liberal, is a bitch, like is a Western-minded liberal betrayer of Islamic ideals, and this guy is the better spiritual leader to follow. That's how far this guy, how Durkha minded and jihadi minded this guy is. And these people are way more anti-West than even Ali Khamenei was. These people think that the Islamic Republic is not Islamic because it has the word republic in it. They think that the Islamic Republic is not republic because they have fake elections. The fact that they have a president and parliament, that makes it non-Islamic. And what Vahshi was quoting in the super chat was him saying that if to reach our Islamic goals, if we have to kill half of the world, half of the entire world, that's a worthy price to pay. That's what he said.
And they think that God compels them to do it.
Right. Yes. This goes in line with the theory of Ojab Wajibat. Guys, Iranians in the chat, you know what Ojab Wajibat is? Ali, have you heard? Do you know Ojab Wajibat?
No.
Okay, so Ojab Wajibat means the highest of all priorities. Highest of all priorities. And this was coined by Ruhollah Khomeini, the first supreme leader, the founder of Islamic Republic. Okay, Sam's saying, nah, let me do now. Okay, let me tell you what Ojab Wajibat is. Right? Basically, what do you think, according to Khomeini, which he inherited from Muslim Brotherhood ideology through Nawab Safavi into Iran, what do you think in Khomeini's mind was Ojab Wajibat, the highest of all priority? Oh, wait, other people guess in the chat as well. Ali guess, but if you know, don't say it, okay? But if you're guessing, guess it. What is the Ojab Wajibat, the highest of all priorities in Islam, according to Khomeini?
To keep the Islamic Revolution going.
Okay, you ruined it because that's right.
Was that right? Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Well, to have Islamic rule. To have Islamic rule. There's nothing in Islam higher in priority than that. Meaning that fasting, if you have to stop fasting for that, you should stop fasting. If you need to stop praying for that priority, you should stop praying. If you need to drink alcohol for you to reach that goal, drink alcohol. If you need to eat pork to reach that goal, go ahead and eat pork. If you have to kill children to reach that goal, go ahead and drink that goal, to reach that, do that to reach that goal. Meaning that everything in Islam that is a sin or it's mandatory to do, if it violates our ability to have Islamic rule, it doesn't matter. Go ahead. If you have to take off your hijab, if you putting on hijab threatens the chances of Islamic rule, you are mandated to take off your hijab. That's what that means. If you get into a position where putting on hijab reduces the chance for Islamic rule to survive, then not only you can take off your hijab, you must take off your hijab. That's what this means. I sometimes go above and say, like, if it means, and here's how I know what this means, because Khomeini himself gave an example. Khomeini himself says, between Islamic rule and the life of the Mahdi, the higher priority is Islamic rule. Meaning, you know what this means, Ali? This means that if you have to kill the Mahdi for the sake of the continuation of the Islamic Republic, of the Islamic rule, of the Islamic regime, then you are mandated to kill the Mahdi, because even the life of the Mahdi is not as important as having Islamic rule.
Isn't that a contradiction? Isn't the Mahdi supposed to be the leader of the Islamic world?
Well, they would say it's not a contradiction because the Mahdi is the Imam of our time. And when Ali was the Imam of his time, he gave his life for the sake of Islam. When Hussein was the Imam of our time, he gave his life for the sake of Islamic rule, right? That means that they, Imams of our time, have already communicated to us that their life is not as important as Islamic rule. They've already showed us the way. So they have demonstrated to us that there's nothing more important than Islamic rule.
And nothing is more important to that, meaning countries are a stupid concept, according to them. Nationality means nothing. You are, Muslim first, and that is it. There's nothing else. So borders and countries, all of that is just, it's meaningless. Iranian nationalism, meaningless.
That means that there's no there's no red line. That means killing children in the millions, if it's necessary for the continuation of the Islamic rule, the priority is Islamic rule. That means is killing half the population of the world and raping the other half. If that means raping Mujtaba Khamenei in broad daylight and live streaming it, if that's what you have to do to continue the Islamic regime, then you go ahead and do that. That's genuinely what that means. Okay, I saw Ali was trying not to laugh, but that's genuinely what that means.
All right, anyway.
Yeah. Ali was trying so hard. Okay.
Just we're laughing at something else, YouTube, at a inside joke.
Yes, guys, do not rape Mujtaba Khamenei, please. Nobody, we do not endorse that. Do not do that.
Yeah, definitely don't do that, guys, under any circumstance.
But guys, that might be ridiculous, but that's actually what that teaching suggests, even if it sounds ridiculous. That's why when this guy was saying, if we have to kill half the world for this aim, we will do it. That's what this means.
In any way.
Anyway, this all came from Sayyid Qutb and then through Nawab Safavi to Iran. One day I will tell you that story.
So was that Muslim Brotherhood?
So you Sayyid Qutb is Muslim Brotherhood, but Muslim Brotherhood is Sunni.
Yeah.
But Nawab Safavi met with Sayyid Qutb in Egypt, and Nawab Safavi was Shia, and he brought all of this bullshit during the Pahlavi time to Iran, and he was executed for his terrorist activities during the Pahlavi dynasty. But Khomeini and Khamenei both admire him so much. This is the guy. This is the guy that brought all of this poison from Egypt to Iran, Nawab Safavi. And I know, guys, by the way, no relationship to me, okay? I know this Nawab thing is there. Look at him. He died so young as well. This motherfucker is the reason why we have the Islamic Republic right now.
So last thing before we move on to something else that I want to show, because Armin mentioned the Pahlavi era. Just try to imagine what kind of person thinks this and genuinely believes, hey, if it does take 5 billion casualties, we wipe out, let's just say we have to wipe out 99% of the Earth's population, including my own family. Okay, I'll do it. Everyone around me. Okay, everything. But as long as Islam goes on, I'll do it. That goes against every self-preservation instinct, every bit of common sense, uncommon sense, and logic. Like, but anyway, I'm getting some interesting
this
reports.
Ali, before you go, this is what you're saying. I was trying to find a video to show what you were saying, because I'm not going to be able to find it right now. But during Iran-Iraq war, there were these brainwashed mothers that were like, "Oh, I want my son to be a shaheed." Like, they were trying to offer their young children to go to war so their children could die, so that they had martyr children. So when you were talking about instinct goes against instinct, imagine mothers, like, this goes against nature. Imagine mothers wanting their children to die because they wanted their children to be martyrs. Like, what kind of a sickness does that to a mother? But yeah.
Oh man. That's disturbing. By the way, he's referencing the Iran-Iraq war. So we're telling you guys, this is not the first time that the Islamic Republic pushes child soldiers.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, let me show you child soldier in the battlefield. You want to see children in the battlefield during the Iran-Iraq war? Here.
No, I'll get too sad.
Look at this. This audio here. Look, they have Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. They're celebrating. This video is celebrating this. ShiaInstitute.org. What is this? Oh. Interview with Shaheed. This person that you're going to see died. Martyr Mehdad Azizullahi, child soldier during Iran-Iraq war. And they're by the way, this video is celebrating it. They're saying child soldier as a, like, yes, go. That's great. Too sure.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Do you have audio? Hold on.
Yeah.
Ar-Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir.
These are guys. These are children in the battlefield during the Iran-Iraq war. Look at this thing. My Lord, open my breast for me and make my affair easy for me, and remove the hitch from my tongue so that they may understand my discourse. So this is Quran.
Yassir li amri wahlul uqdatum min lisani yafqahu qawli.
That was Arabic.
Wa salam bi imam
With my salute to the Imam of the time, Imam Mahdi.
عجل الله تعالى
May Allah hasten his reappearance.
فرجه الشريف والنائب برحق
And to his rightful lieutenant, the beating heart of the downtrodden people of the world, Imam Khomeini.
این قلب تپنده مستضعفان جهان امام خمینی
So this is when during Khomeini's time as the supreme leader first.
و
Oh, hold on. Let me turn off my alarm.
شهدای را
As well as the martyrs of the path of justice and truth and the wounded and maimed. By the way, guys, this kid died in this battlefield. This kid is a shaheed, is a martyr. So this kid that you're being interviewed died shortly after in this battlefield that he's talking in.
راه حق و حقیقت و مجروحین و معلولین من
My name is Mehdad Azizullahi, dispatched from Isfahan.
مهداد عزیزاللهی نظامی از اصفهان
That's a soldier, guys. That's a soldier dispatched from Isfahan.
هستم که
I am 14 years old. What motivated me to come to the war zone were the stories of those brothers who had been here before me.
14 سالمه و انگیزه که باعث شد به جبهه بیام واقعا اون برادرایی که قبلا جبهه بودن و میمدن و برای ما تعریف
When they would come and describe it to me, they would talk of all the good qualities of the front lines have, that whoever goes becomes constructed in every respect.
کردن که جبهه چه خاصیت ها خوبی داره که
Oh,
مثلا
can you hear me?
ساخت
Yeah. Can you hear
People
me?
are saying I got banned. Oh, yeah, my stream got taken down. Oh, no.
What the hell?
I don't know what happened.
Hey, show your hands. Guys, look at this. We have no weapons. No weapons. Is it because child soldier? YouTube, we're against child soldiers.
Yeah, it was for content featuring firearms.
What the fuck?
YouTube. Excuse me. I did not
featuring
my hands, you know?
Wait, can you send a screenshot to me? What the fuck? These are stuff
Yeah.
on YouTube. You don't play this video, okay?
Well, I wonder what it was. Here, I'll send it to you on Telegram.
Does it let you appeal it?
So here's what it says. Hold on, let's take a screenshot. Let me go back to it. Content that shows someone blah 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 holding, handling, or someone live streaming, holding, handling, or transporting a firearm isn't allowed on YouTube.
Did it take away your streaming ability away from you?
I wouldn't. It didn't. I mean, does it explicitly say that in the thing?
Does it say that?
It said, "This isn't a strike, so your channel isn't impacted, but this content can't be viewed on YouTube."
Okay. Okay, that's not that bad. As long as you can stream again. So, guys, let's actually use this as an excuse to promote Ali's channel.
Oops.
As long as he can stream again, we should be fine. So let me go.
Let's see.
What the hell? So, guys, again, here's Ali's channel. Please go support him. I'll put the link in the chat. This is stupid.
I wonder what it
Wait, does
been.
it say? Saying that? Is it saying that we as the streamers are holding guns? Is that what it's suggesting?
That's what it's implying, yeah.
So read it again.
The notification went away. Let me see if I can find it again.
It's just the AI is so stupid. I saw so many people get in trouble for stuff like this. It's not us, YouTube. Look, we showed our hands, didn't we? Like, hey, YouTube algorithm. AI is supposed to be smarter than this. Yeah, it's the same auto blame Goldie had. Exactly. Guys, I hope they didn't take away his streaming ability. So please
check.
just go support Ali's channel, subscribe. He's
Let me
at
see,
782, 786 now.
Oh, I can't stream. Live streaming has been disabled.
Fucking hell. Can you get in touch with YouTube somehow? Fucking.
Yeah, I'll try.
Oh my god, guys. Ali's streaming ability has been taken away from him. Is there any way you could appeal it? Does it show appeal? Because Gordy said there was no. What I'm worried about is that. No. What I'm worried about is that this is something that has no. No, guys, you guys saying Goldie knows how, but Goldie had so much attention to, like, we're not going to be able to bring this much attention to Ali's case. We're not going to be able to. No, I'm not, guys. We can't add, like, I'm not gonna bother Goldie with this. Goldie is not gonna. Yeah. Goldie has a big audience. That's why. No, you guys you think Ali just appealed. There is no appeal. There is no appeal button for this. There is no appeal button for this. The only reason why Goldie could get her strike removed is because she made such a big deal about it, and she has a big audience, and then eventually it got YouTube's attention. If anybody knows a way to appeal it, let us know.
There is it just says it was removed, and because you violated the community guidelines, we realize you may not have known this was a violation, so you did not get a warning or strike. If you disagree, appeal here. And I click it.
Oh.
It just says, we'll take another look. We'll send you an email within 3 days.
Okay, good. And then if you refresh it, does it say appeal rejected?
No. It says again, if you disagree, appeal here. And I can keep clicking it.
Okay, good. Okay, so we at least have that option. Because Goldie's appeal was rejected within 5 minutes. Oh, now I remember, actually. She did appeal it. And her appeal was rejected in 5 minutes.
Well, you're immune, actually. So this is the second time. They won't
I got in trouble for some other things that Goldie didn't get in trouble for some reason.
So strange.
So Goldie keeps getting in trouble for guns, and my channel didn't get affected, but I got, even though we were broadcasting the same thing, but then I got copyright strikes and Goldie didn't, even though we were broadcasting the same thing. Did you refresh it? Did it says reject or no?
Nope, it still says if you disagree, appeal here.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, Kat is saying, Armin, it's not a biggie. Ali's channel is new. Just oh yeah, if this goes to shit, then we're gonna double down on, we're gonna make you a new channel and we're gonna get you 1,000 faster. We're gonna be like, YouTube fucked Ali's channel. Let's remake one and get up to 1,000 fast. So that's a good point. And
yeah.
Okay.
Trying to figure out what way I could get their attention to that.
Let me look at some super chats. Sarah saying, I worry about my kids catching colds. These mothers send their kids to die. They are not mothers. They are evil beasts. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. And thank you again for the super chat. And here, Amir is saying Nooks have a theory that pro-Iranian channels being targeted. I mean, I've seen some other people who are not Iranians get in trouble for this. Exact same thing. Like, I looked into this when it happened to Goldie's channel, and there were so many people reporting that I was live streaming like some people playing with toy guns, and all of a sudden it was telling me that I'm holding a gun. So, and then my channel went to shit, right? Like, and like there are other people who are that are not even political channels that this happened to, not Iranian, not even political. So I think it might just be an AI glitch that doesn't understand what the fuck is happening on screen. Yeah, or video games. Exactly. There's some people who are reviewing video games that were like, "Oh, you're holding a gun." I'm like, "What the fuck? This is a video game, you fucking retard."
It was around 1 hour and 31 minutes in.
Oh,
I
okay.
wonder what that was.
Let's not show it now because we might
Yeah.
get this one. Yeah.
Well,
You know
how
what?
long
Let's
that
not show
takes.
guns again. Like, this is
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah, good idea.
Holy shit.
Oh, man, but we're showing what they're doing. We're trying to spread awareness on what they're doing. We say it every time. We're like, we are not,
Yeah, we showed our hands. We were like, look at this. No guns.
Dang. Well, what was the other things that I wanted to say? Was there anything left? Oh, yes. Okay, maybe I'll just send it to you on Telegram then.
Oh,
or should I?
Yeah, please send it. Yeah. Miss Hypnotic is saying the Musk's suspects live streamed yesterday, so I'm sure YouTube is being extra hard now about it. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe. And thank you, Mystic, for the super chat. God damn it, man. YouTube, just fucking get your act together. Yeah, why doesn't CNN get banned? They show guns.
Well, I sent you a 2-minute clip about so this is someone who was a former Marxist, and he was imprisoned by Savak, and he's going to talk about what it was actually like. It's just 2 minutes long, and I think this one's a good thing to show.
Oh, Ali, you can still show stuff on StreamYard. Like, that hasn't been taken away. Yeah, that's StreamYard is completely separate from YouTube.
All right, let's see here.
Good.
Well, Brad. So, for those of you who think that or for people who actually thought that the Shah of Iran was a person who imprisoned a ton of people, let's watch this.
We in the opposition used to say, at least for myself, I can speak for myself to my shame, used to say there are 100,000 political prisoners in Iran.
By the way, this is a Marxist at the time of the Shah who was actually imprisoned by Savak, okay? And he's saying this.
Used to say there are 100,000 political prisoners in Iran. The actual number was 3,500. How many political prisoners are others? It says 3,500. We used to say tens of thousands of Iranians have been executed. Well, the actual number for the entire 37 years of the Shah was less than 1,500. So these exaggerations existed, but there was this sense of authoritarianism. But there was also, I think, something that people now realize, and I wished I had realized then. And that was that people equated authoritarianism with the ability to criticize the Shah. If you're going to criticize the Shah, the system was authoritarian. There was criticism of the Shah that was banned, but there was cultural pluralism in Iran at that time. There was religious pluralism.
Mhm.
There was pluralism for women. Women's rights were unequaled in Iran compared to other countries. There was enormous innovation in the arts. You just couldn't directly call the Shah a lapdog of U.S. imperialism.
Okay.
And the opposition said, we can't say this because there is political oppression. But you could make almost any play. They brought some of the most innovative, modernist, radical artists for several years. In 1975, there was a gay marriage in Tehran, a public gay marriage in Tehran. Now, all of that cultural diversity was overshadowed by the fact that you can't criticize the Shah and they're political prisoners.
So that was Mr. What's his name? Abbas Milani, a former Marxist imprisoned by Savak.
Can you
So
send
yeah,
that
actually,
to me
I
as
heard
well?
about. Yeah, of course. I sent to you on Telegram. So yeah, I
thank
had
you.
heard that there was a public gay marriage in 1975. I just didn't know if it was 100% true.
Yeah,
it is.
apparently it was true. Yeah. Wow, we are ahead of our time, eh?
Yeah. Well, also, guys, this guy, he, I think he realizes, what he did back then was bad. So
Yeah. Yeah, he's basically anti-Shah for his time, and now he was like, "What we done fucked up." like what the fuck, we ruined. Yeah. Oh,
so-
Sarah is asking, what can we do to help besides subbing? Well, if the appeal doesn't work, the only thing I can think of right now is to start a new channel and try to get it to 1,000 subs fast. Ali, can you think of anything else?
yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna try and, since someone said something in the chat about tagging YouTube
yeah.
on X.
Tagging YouTube on X. If you do that, I will retweet it and everything.
Okay.
And we will come here and post it, and people could retweet it. We could try that as well. But yeah, but let's wait for the appeal first and see if that works. Yeah, exactly. But we'll wait. Oh, also follow Ali on X as well. You want to put your X in the chat?
Oh yeah, sure. What is my X actually? Oh, it's the same thing as my YouTube. It is.
Okay.
Okay, I think I only put that for mine.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Select all.
Yeah, so basically I just repost all of the things that I share, or most of them at least. Oh, your YouTube live chat is disabled. Damn, they got
Don't
me.
worry, they're posting for me. So I was like, wait, you should post a link here. I'll get the link. It's easier to post the link instead of the.
Oh yeah.
Okay, guys, I'll post the link to his YouTube, to his X in the chat. Wow, you have two. Oh my God, you have 2 followers.
Yeah, I think you're one of them.
Yes, guys, look at this. Oh, Ali's X has 2 followers, and the other one is Mystic Mystic here in the chat. I know her, and I'm one of them. Oh, now you have. Oh, now you have more actually.
Woo.
Okay, now you have 13. Wow.
Oh, dang. This is the worst time it could have happened. You know why? Because the strikes are
Shit.
about to happen.
Oh shit. Okay, you could go live on here, and we will bring you back up. Okay, and also make a video. Okay, you can't go live if the strikes happen. Just put out videos at boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Okay, but we will. If you don't get your channels live streaming back, we will restore it.
Well,
Okay, at
it
least your X
happens.
is growing. Sorry, is it my fault?
Appeal rejected. Thank you for your appeal. After further review, we've determined that your content is in violation of our community guidelines and will therefore remain off YouTube. Okay, but can I go live though?
No.
Damn it.
No fucking way.
Well, that was
No
fast.
fucking way. There's no way a human reviewed it. And if a human did review it, what the fuck are they talking about? We weren't holding guns.
Rip.
This is such bullshit.
Well, I guess now I go to X.
This is, yeah, fake. Exactly. It's a fake manual review. They're fucking lying. Nobody reviewed it.
All right, time to
This
make an
is
X
so
post.
annoying. Ali, you're so casual about it. Like, oh, okay, let's make an X post.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing I can do, right?
Yeah, manually reviewed by AI, probably. They're redefining what manual means. Shh. I could give you a channel that has 13,000 followers.
Oh man, I feel so unearned.
Unearned. You want to earn it?
Okay, wait. So what should I say? I just had. What is it called again? Yeah. What do you? Is this? It's not a strike.
No, it's not a strike, but it's basically took away your live streaming ability, and it's not bringing in like your channel is just can't stream anymore, and it's not even giving you like for like a period of time. Like, does it tell you that is you can't live stream for this many days or months, or just like you can't just live stream?
Yeah, there's no like timeline to it.
This is so fucking stupid. A YouTube Allah. Thank you, Amir, for the super chat. This is so infuriating. Unbelievable. Yeah, let's not show any guns at all ever again.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. So stupid. But let's try to see if we can get them back. Is there a way to contact customer support?
I don't think that is a thing anymore.
There should be. Okay. Let's.
Well. All right. So all we know is that the people who need to be in CENTCOM HQ in Florida are there. Joint Chiefs of Staff and this commander of CENTCOM, which is really important, more important than people think. And then tomorrow at 11 a.m., the president will deliver a commencement address to the United States Coast Guard Academy. We don't know what else he's doing, but today he spent the whole day without any press, doing executive stuff, which makes sense because then the generals left right afterwards.
Okay. Are you okay, Ali? By the way, that this
Yeah,
happened
I
to
mean
your
it
channel?
sucks, but there's nothing I can do.
Okay. We were so excited. We were like Ali's channel.
And then as we say,
We were like Ali's channel got to 700. We're so close. We're hitting 1,000. We could monetize, and then fuck, and then it's gone, and it's gone.
yeah, and like when you clicked on appeal, there's a human that's supposed to review it, right?
Yeah.
Well, that
We were
definitely didn't
getting
happen.
so close. Oh no!
I wish they told you like if a human reviewed it, they should be able to tell you like, okay, well, here's when you can live again or something, right? But,
Oh, and you added a thumbnail. That's so cute. Okay, look at this. He added a new thumbnail of himself teaching for his live stream. This is the channel, guys. Look, we were so close to 1,000 for Ali's channel at 790, and now it's no.
whoever voted for the strikes to begin, you were right. I will not get to 1,000. I don't think for them. Oh yeah, so
Can you email the creator support? Email them.
yeah, so I'm gonna tag Team YouTube and I'll be like, I just had a YouTube found in violation. No strike was given.
No, forget that. Like say that it's saying that I was holding a gun, but I wasn't holding a gun. I was just reviewing the news. Like it took away my streaming abilities, claiming that I was holding a gun during a stream, but
Yeah,
we
say
weren't
that I
holding
was
a gun.
Holding a gun.
So like we were just reviewing videos that were already on YouTube. People are saying, ask Tusi. Guys, Tusi doesn't. I tried to reach out to Tusi. I never got a response from him. Tusi's too big for me. I'm tiny. Okay, Tusi would not see it. He doesn't. I tried to message Tusi. I never got a response.
I appealed and was rejected within minutes. I would appreciate a second look or the ability to live stream.
So, guys, please don't bother Goldie with this because Goldie has already so many things on her plate, and she's like really busy. So please don't. We'll figure out something together here, okay? Please, like, it's not, yeah. But yeah, this is exactly what happened to Goldie.
All right. Well, posted it. So hopefully.
But yeah, here's what we. Oh, you posted it. Can you
on Twitter.
can you send me the link?
Yeah.
So we could maybe hear together. Okay, here. All right, guys, let's figure this out together, okay? here. So Ali posted here. Let me repost this, and I'm gonna put this in the chat, guys. Help us get this noticed. Okay. I put the link in the chat. So Ali is saying Team YouTube. Okay, so Ali, you should put a dot in front of it or something.
Why is that?
Because if you start with an at, it doesn't get. It's fine.
Oh.
You want to make another one, but
Yeah, I'll make another one.
Yeah, make another one. But guys, don't forget the link that I sent you. Don't start with a. Say hi, Team YouTube. Instead of saying Team YouTube hi, say hi, Team YouTube. Because if you start with an ad, it wouldn't get shown. Only the people who you added. Only the people who you added will see it. It will become like private. So say hi, Team YouTube. So guys, ignore the link I sent you. Ali is gonna make another one.
All right, I just sent you the link for the new one.
Okay, let's look at this new one. Wait, where is the new one? Wait, the new one is it? Oh,
Is it the same
no,
link?
you sent me the.
Is that? Oh, I copy and pasted the same one. Yes.
Yeah, you copy paste the same link. Yeah, I could just go to your account, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah. Okay, let me unretweet the last one.
It just makes more sense to me that if you didn't give me a strike or a violation, just let me go live again and just take the video down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So they have the dumbest policies. So guys, I put the link in the chat. So let's look at this tweet by Ali saying, "Hi Team YouTube. I just had a video found in violation. It stated that I was holding a gun. So you should say, can you edit it? Say I just had a live stream. It's fine. It's his fault. I appealed and was rejected within minutes. I would appreciate a second look or the ability to live stream again as that is the main form of content on my stream. Thank you. Yeah, it's fine. I would say live stream, but it's fine. Thank you guys for message them as well. Go to their account and send them a message. So you see Team YouTube account, the Team YouTube account, and you need to be more clear than this. You need to this is not good enough. You need to say, I was live streaming. During the live stream, it stopped the stream and it told me that I was violating the community guidelines or whatever because I was holding a gun live on air, and that was not the case. I was not holding a gun. I was reviewing videos.
Yeah, I have a character limit. I used it all.
Yeah, but now that you message them, just say that. I would say I was not holding a gun. I was just messaging them. I was just reviewing videos.
Can you message accounts that don't follow you?
I think Team YouTube we can. They should have their PM open. They should have their DM. Oh, the fuck, they don't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, click on then look. You see in their account. Just click on supportgoogle.com YouTube and just go contact them there. And be more specific about what happened. All right, so let's just end the stream then, and you can take care of that. Keep us updated, okay?
Okay. Thank you guys for coming.
I can't believe it. Like I use Gemini, and Gemini is not that fucking dumb. So how is their AI so fucking dumb? Like when I use Gemini, which is Google's AI, and Gemini and YouTube is probably using the same AI because that's Google's AI. Here's the thing. If I have Gemini on right now and I send a screenshot of the exact second where YouTube is saying we were holding guns, and if I upload that screenshot to Gemini and if I ask Gemini, are the hosts in this live stream holding a gun, Gemini would say no. So I don't understand how the same AI that I use personally, how that same AI that could tell that the hosts are not holding a gun, all of a sudden fuck up unless maybe just because they're using it on such a mass scale on so many videos, they're using a much dumber, faster version of it. Maybe that's the reason.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely didn't violate their content because they're saying if you are selling firearms, providing instructions on manufacturing them, then you will be found in strikes. Or you're showing use of a homemade firearm, like a 3D printed one or something. Yeah, so I mean, I didn't do that. But then it got automatically rejected.
Ali, in your message, you need to, like, your message didn't include the link to the stream, to your channel.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it didn't include, like, how would it, like, if they see that tweet, like, how they're like, okay, like, who are you? Like, what's your channel?
Yeah, true.
So maybe
should I put a comment down there or just make a new one?
Put a comment. Okay. Just be more specific about what the hell happened.
Okay.
And then and when you come live on Liberty Politics by yourself or with me, like we'll share that every time. So you want to write it right now, and we could don't write it right now. Show us. Don't hit post until we take a look at it, maybe together. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right. So should I put a comment or should I make a completely new post?
Make a completely new post, I think.
All right. Do you want to tell me?
Oh, it's saying fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. Say I was just whatever I tell you, copy and paste it to Gemini. You have Gemini?
Yeah.
Okay, open Gemini. Okay, write this here, but we could make it better with Gemini. Okay. So say I was live streaming on my YouTube channel, and then what is the language that they use? YouTube ended my live stream telling me that I'm violating do they call it terms of service or community guidelines?
Community guidelines.
Telling me that I'm violated their guidelines, claiming because I was showing what did it say that you were doing?
Showing because I was handling firearms.
Live on air.
Yeah, live.
Okay. However, me and my co-hosts were not holding any guns. We were just reviewing the news and commenting on it. And these are the videos that we were reviewing are already on YouTube.
I can't type that much because it limits me. but I can maybe put in the replies.
I was handling farmers. However, my cause.
We end it here and then post a reply.
Okay, and no, just say. Can you say here's my channel with a link? Do you have room for that?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Where you say on my YouTube channel, open a parenthesis there and put the link to your channel there. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Oh, wait, you're muted.
I said the T in YouTube is capitalized. And also, guys, is this good? So fix the YouTubes, the two YouTube, yeah. I'm sure some the people at YouTube are sensitive about that. Okay. So I think this is good, but given the character limit that we have, guys, you guys agree?
Yeah, I
think
guess
it's
so.
good.
Okay.
Okay, send it. Okay, let's retweet that one instead.
Okay, I'll delete the other ones.
I'll
keep it, whatever.
shoot. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, just send a new one.
Yeah, you know, like this is the way that you have to appeal nowadays. I wish there was a button just in-house.
Okay, guys, here's the new link. Please retweet this one. Bring attention to this in whatever way you can. We don't have the same reach as, Goldie or Tusi, so we really require your help here, okay? Thank you, guys. Guys, we were getting so close to getting Ali to 1,000 subscribers. This sucks. Okay. Yeah, so that's the thing. On the bright side, this happened before you got to a big channel. Yeah, we can't risk it anymore, Ali. At least we learned it early. No guns ever again, okay? No, not even small ones, big ones. Yeah, no guns. Fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah, it's like finding out your significant, like your girlfriend or boyfriend is a terrible person early on.
Yes, if your girlfriend cheats on you after a month dating her, you might be like, oh my God, this sucks. Imagine if you married her and then she was cheating on you, right? Like after years. So this is, okay, that's a good analogy.
All I want to know is when the live stream is like back. Because like I'm not monetized, so it doesn't really matter. But
yeah, guys, Ali is upset. Ali's main priority is that he wants to be able to go live with you guys during the when the attacks happen. So that's your main concern right now, right? That you don't get to hang out with people here on your channel. Yeah.
Especially when things kick off and I'll be on the sideline. I'll be like, no. Wait.
Well, you could come on live on Liberty Politics without me. Yeah.
True.
No, even guys, so that's the thing. Just wake Armin. That's impossible. You're not going to be able to wake me up if I'm sleeping. Okay, but even if I'm not here, Ali has permission to just go live on Liberty Politics without me being here. Okay, so there you go. Wow, you got 10 retweets already.
Wait, someone in the chat, Sarah said, Neil Mohan, Rene Ritchie. Okay, maybe they're sympathetic to the Iranian cause.
Sorry, guys, that we ended up talking about
Yeah.
YouTube stuff instead of talking about the news. Apologize. We had to do this for Ali.
All right, then. Yeah. I'll do my best to get that cleared up, and we can still go live to cover everything.
Yeah. Oh, somebody's saying, oh my God, look at this. You guys are the best YouTubers. We got to get you guys to 1 million. Imagine that. Oh my God. Yeah, and sure. Okay, it's okay. We'll fix it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out, Ali. We'll fix it. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for your patience and thank you for caring. Thank you for caring for Ali's channel. And yep, we're gonna see you guys soon, same time tomorrow. And also don't forget our group discussion and join our group discussion. Me and Ali are there every single day. And Ali has his own segment as well. So this is not that. This is our group discussion. Okay. So I put the link in the chat. The link is also in the description. And you could scan the QR code. The QR code will also take you to our group, our basically this community, our Liberty Politics discussion group. And once you're here, you could take part in the community tab. You could engage here with all the people talking politics. But you could also go to the calendar. This is where all the fun stuff are. If you look at the calendar, you can see all of our group calls are here. Guys, the fire emoji ones are the ones that are open calls. And that means that anybody could join. So these are the ones that I host. And these are the ones that Ali hosts. And then the other ones are for premium and VIP users in our discussion group. But the fire emoji ones is basically open for everyone, free to join. Okay. So come here. And also the community tab is free to join. All of this talk here, people talking every day about the news, about what's happening, politics related. They're over here. Okay. So yeah, again, I'll put the link one more time in the chat. Come check it out. Come talk to us. And yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Love you guys. Again, Ali, I hope you're okay. Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if it was like a strike, I think I'd be like, oh my God, or something like that. But I just don't like how they didn't say anything. There's nothing that they told me. They just they took it down. They rejected my appeal immediately, and then they don't say anything. So hopefully it's like I don't know, maybe like a couple days of no live streaming kind of thing. Hopefully.
Fuck.
But yeah. I mean, imagine if I was like, if it was like right in the middle of the strikes and this happened, I'd be like tearing my hair out. Like, come on.
Oh. Okay, you know what, President Trump, you could wait a little bit, okay? Maybe try a deal. Maybe try that deal. Wait for Ali to get his. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
New deadline for the attacks happening when Ali gets his live streaming ability back. But it's okay.
If this is what it took, though, for the strikes to start, then.
Yes. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to head out. So once again, I'm Israel Chai. Long live America. Javid Shah. Payende.
Payendera.
See you guys same time tomorrow. Bye.